How can I just let you walk away? Just let you leave without a trace? When I stand here taking every breath with you, you're the only one who really knew me at all. How can you just walk away from me when all I can do is watch you leave? Because we've shared the laughter and the pain. We've even shared the tears. You're the only one who really knew me at all. Now, the other day, Goddess was telling me something about this particular thought process. And I am going to do the introduction, and then I'm going to share with you what she told me. Hey guys, it's me, it's Queen Osset Haru, and thank you for joining me for another wonderful edition of Ask an Aquarius. If you haven't already, please hit the red subscribe button and smack the bell. Also, if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and pass it on to somebody else who might like it too. Also, please leave us a positive comment in the comment section. And stick around to the end of the video because I'm going to read some positive comments from previous videos and respond to them. If you would like to get a reading done, if you would like to become one of my patrons on Patreon, if you want to get in touch with me, all of my information, including the Ask an Aquarius merchandise and the Archangel Michael merchandise, all of that is underneath this video. So let me tell you what Goddess told me. Now, one of the things that people have the tendency to talk to me about is their relationships. Usually it's either a current relationship or it's a previous relationship that has ended. Now, one of the things I noticed with everybody, including myself, when I went through these things, and this is what Goddess was telling me, is that people always think that just that one person is the only person in the world who they can love or they want to love. Or, you know, some people have these flowery language for it, like that's my soulmate, or, you know, that's my twin flame, those kind of things. And what God has told me actually is the exact opposite. I was sitting right there in my bedroom, and you guys know I'm clairvoyant. So one of the things that happens to me is I see things, I get visions. When I'm sleeping, when I'm awake, it doesn't really matter. They just come, you know. And Goddess, when she wants to talk to me, you know, she just talks to me, you know. I have to go into meditation or to the altar to talk to her. But when she wants to talk to me, she just starts talking. So I was sitting right there and I was in such a great mood. I had a soft pretzel, and anybody that knows, soft pretzels are like the street food delicacy in Philadelphia. And I'm in Costa Rica, so you don't see a lot of soft pretzels. But there's one place I've been able to find them sometimes. So I had gotten my hands on some, and it had been a while. And I was sitting there smiling, swinging my feet, eating my pretzel, and Goddess came right in my face. And she said, everyone needs love. And I was like, yeah, I agree with you. And she was talking about how everybody, even like if you have a newborn baby and the baby doesn't get any like touching and affection and love, the baby sometimes does not make it. From what I understand, most cases, it will not live. Human beings need the love and affection from other energies. So when she said that, I'm like, yeah, I agree 100%. And she said, the problem is, you start to believe that you can only get it from certain people. And she said she was showing me pictures in my mind of conversations I've had with countless people who have said that to me. And times I've said it. Because one of the things that happens is that in certain cases, this is the person who you loved more than anybody else in the world. You've never loved somebody like this. You've never had a connection like this. And I hear this every day, a few times a day. And for the people in these situations, it makes it difficult to let go and move on. Even if the relationship was toxic, which many of them are, it makes it difficult for the person to let go and move on because they have this belief in their heart they're only going to get that feeling from that person. And my thing is that love in its real sense is energy. That's what you need. It's the energy. And you can get the energy of love from more than one person. Some people believe in twin flames. So they believe that one person is their twin flame. But even if you do believe in twin flames, there are soul mates. And most of us, almost all of us, have more than one. So that means that there are multiple people on the planet at any given time who could potentially love you. But people get stuck on this one particular person. And most of the time, and this was the interesting part she said to me, most of the time, that's not even the right person for them. That's not even their person. They're in love with someone, and that's not even the one. That person is a substitute teacher. Okay? That person is not the one. If that person was treating you badly, that is not the one. If you guys aren't compatible, that's not the one. But because you love them, you think you can only give and receive love with that person. And what dawned on me as she was talking was that is such a fallacy, because you can get that love from a number of different people. And you can get it in ways that do not have to be romantic. A lot of people take their non-romantic relationships for granted. But you probably have friends, acquaintances, family members. You probably got all kinds of people that are willing to give you that energy, willing to give you that love. Spiritual sisters and brothers that are willing to give you that love. Godmothers and godfathers and aunties and uncles and family members who are willing to give you that love, but because it's not coming from where you want it to come from, this little girl, this little boy, whoever this person is, well, in our case, it will be this woman, this man, whoever this person is that you want to love you, that you feel like you're giving them love and you want that love back. But you can get that love from all kinds of places that you're taking for granted. It's not the person that you need, it's the energy. You can get gas from any gas station. You don't have to go to that one particular one around the block. Now, they might have the best prices, okay? Or you might like something about their mini mart. But the point is that there are probably others with the same price, probably a nicer mini mart, but you keep going to that same one around the corner, so you haven't allowed yourself to explore and even be open to that possibility. And the same thing is true when she was talking about love. So there's platonic and other people, platonic and non-platonic ways that you can get that love. But because you're so stuck on that one person who probably wasn't the right person for you, That person, the person that you're stuck on, and a lot of these cases when people come talk to me, the person that they're stuck on was the person that came to get them ready for the person they belong with. I'm very clear that none of the people I spent time with was my person. I've never met my person, the person that I would honestly be willing to commit to. Never met that person. But the people I spent time with were getting me ready for that potential, that possibility. Because in the vibration I was in, I wouldn't have been able to draw that person. I wouldn't have been able to properly engage with that person. I probably would have lost that person if I had met that person back then. So all of those substitute teachers, all those imposters, that's what they were. They were helping me get ready. But I thought it was the person. How many times have you mistaken a life lesson for your person? That person wasn't your person. That was a life lesson to get you ready for your person. And that's what she was telling me. And I was sitting on the edge of the bed like, oh, I mean, it was like I knew it. I think I knew it consciously, but when she pulled it together like that, I was like, wow. And then she said, tell them. And I realized when she said, tell them, she was talking about y'all. And the reason why she said that was because so many people are in agony today. Literally, right now, there's people watching this video in agony because that person that they thought was their person, because they liked the way they loved that person, or they liked something about that person, they're still in agony because that didn't work out, or is currently not working out. And they think that it's no other person. I remember I was talking to this young girl. I must have been like 28, 29, and she must have been about 19. And we were talking about her son, her daughter, her child. I can't remember what it was, a boy or a girl, but her child's father. And her child's father was abusive. And I was saying to her, the same way you love him, you'll love again. And she said, I'm not interested in nobody else. I don't want nobody else. I just want him. And you will not believe how many times a man or a woman has said this to me. How many times I felt this way myself. Like, this is the person I want. I don't want nobody else. I don't want nothing else. This is the person. And many of us have been there. But when the person is toxic, negative, abusive, uncompatible, if there are any of those combination or even one of those things, that's not your person. That's the substitute teacher that's going to keep you in check until the real teacher shows up. That's what that person is. So if you're sitting there right now and your heart is hurting and your head is heavy because the person that you want is not acting how you want them to act, or they're not responding the way you want them to respond, understand that that's probably not the person. And you can get what you're looking for, just not with that substitute teacher. Okay? Whatever life lessons, your romances teach you life lessons, just like other situations. Get the lessons and move on. Because that person is waiting for you. And you busy fucking around. You messing around with this little knucklehead, and the person that's really for you is waiting for you. And you messing with somebody that probably isn't even worth your time. 9 times out of 10, you're probably addicted to how that person makes you feel. That adrenaline rush, that energy that you feel when you love somebody. You're addicted to that feeling. You're addicted to the energy, not that messed up person. But you can't differentiate between the two while you're in it. You have to get out of it. You have to heal. You have to pull yourself back. And then you'll be like, wait a minute. It was the energy all along. And you can get that energy in healthy ways. So get it in healthy ways and leave that knucklehead alone. Okay? Love breaks the chains. Love aches for every one of us. Love takes the tears and the pain and turns it in to the beauty that remains. There's always beauty that remains. All right, guys. So that's what she told me. So I told you. And I know, one of the things I know is that everybody is not going to hear me. But for those of you that hear me, that was what her message is for us. Okay. All right, let's go to the first positive comment. This is from C. John the Best. Okay, C. John the Best. Queen, very good, Queen. I don't listen sometimes because people don't listen to me. It's a petty cycle. Shaking my head. CJ, or C. John, if somebody is not listening to you, then they're not worth talking to. Find people to talk to who are listening, and then listen to each other. Because you're wasting your breath and you're wasting your time trying to have a relationship with someone who's not listening. So those kinds of people, I don't waste my time on. I just keep it pushing. Elena Snow. Hey, Elena. Elena is the creator of the United States of Tarot. And I showed her deck on this channel. If you want to check it out, type in the United States of Tarot, Ask an Aquarius, and my video will come up. And Elena said the new second edition of the deck was on sale. Okay, it was on sale through July 4th. I don't know if the sale is still on anymore. So if you guys want to check it out, that video gives you the link to purchase the deck. The second edition has a matte finish, which is really cool. The first edition was glossy, so it's a matte finish, and some of the cards have changed. And some of the borders, I think she says she fixed them. So if you're interested in the United States of Tarot second edition, take a look at my video on this channel, and underneath it, I gave you all of the creators' information and the link to where you can purchase this deck. Okay? All right, guys, it's time for us to get going. So you come back soon because I got a lot more to say. See you later.